Hello and welcome to another week of racing with Liga Virtual F1. We are here for the World Touring Car Championship with the racing here again in Road Atlanta. Your grid for this race: on pole we have Jean-Michel Loriol. In second place is a name I do not recognise too well, as we don't often see the Team Cheetah cars with a third driver, but today we have Disappointment starting in second. In third place, no surprise, we have what looks like Carlos Feno for Sad Bombs GSR Racing. In fourth place, we have Cabeza Speed. In fifth place, we have Fran Vinal. And in sixth, teammate Jose THD. And then in eighth place, we have Rodriguez. And in ninth place, we have Danny 01. In 10th place, back once again, we have Ivan for the Kamikaze Racing team. Only team in the Volvos today. In 11th place, his teammate lines up alongside Asiite. In 12th place, we have Menno de Haan. And in 13th, we have a new entrant again for the Luffield Lunatics by the name of Kasumi. And in 14th place, we have for the HLZ Racing team, Zmunkaski, who unfortunately did have technical difficulties last time out. We're looking forward to seeing some racing today. In 15th place, we have SSA. I believe that is Saladin, the only person with two S's at the start of their name. And in 16th place for the HLZ Racing team, we have Boba Ganush. Again, we've not seen anything from Boba Ganush so far, so we're hoping for some exciting racing there. And then bringing up the rest of the field, we have Stian Gjorvad for the NG Recap Sim Racing team. So, as we're going to come around from the formation lap, we will line up and wait for the lights on the gantry to fully light up, and then when they go out, we will be underway with some racing. And oh dear, there's a stall on the grid, and that causes a couple of cars to go airborne. Everybody else seems to be away cleanly, but that is such a shame. I believe there was a Cheetah car there. There may have been a Sad Bombs GSR Racing car there as well. That is unfortunate. So we're looking down into the S's here. We are watching one of the Sad Bombs GSR Racing team just trying to make his way through. So we're seeing a car in the background just off a little wide there. Carlos Feno now is looking at the side of the number 47 car, which would be Jim Loriot. And just sideways, kicking that rear end out as he goes around and wide. That might give the Full Labrada Racing team a chance to get alongside. Adrian Jimenez now going down the inside of Loriot, and his teammate almost followed through, but he's got it wrong on the curb and he's gone all the way off. Fran Vinal is in the grass, luckily not the wall. Does lose a good few positions there, falling quite a way down the field, and he will continue on. As we're seeing on board with Menno de Haan, one of the Kamikaze team cars, just taking a trip across the gravel there. That will slow them down greatly. Car number 19 is Ivan. So Ivan, after starting quite high in the grid, definitely struggling with the limits of the circuit. And oh no, he's touched. He's turned around. He's in the wall, and there's nearly another accident. Oh dear God. Hopefully he can get that going without further incident. Now Danny 01 on the inside of car 21. That's Menno de Haan for the Luffield Lunatics, as Danny 01 for the Cheetah Racing team is lining up a move very close under braking, and he flicks that in with no problem whatsoever. So Danny 01 making up a place there. We have now Robin Schuth on Saladin. Bit of a touch there. That's pushed Saladin off into the grass, and oh ho ho! How on earth that wasn't a greater incident, I do not know. And Saladin continues on, thankfully. We're now looking a long way down the street as the cars come over the crest of the hill there. Sight at the braking point. We're seeing some moves into the braking zone, as we're seeing car 21, Menno de Haan, under attack from Disappointment here for the Cheetah Racing team. And we're looking again on the brakes. No nudge in the braking zone this time. And that again seems to be the place where the safest overtakes are happening. And that is done without problem. Menno de Haan now looking at the back of a Full Labrada car, and he's gone deep. Far too deep. Both cars off circuit. Thankfully, nobody's turned around until, of course, we see the HLZ car of Wtcc going around by himself. That is unfortunate. Now, Robin Schoof again looking at the back of car 19. That is Ivan. We've seen Ivan in the gravel. Hopefully, we don't see that again. And again, they're coming down into the braking zone. This seems to be the corner where people are going around the outside, and that is easy for Robin Schoof. Effortless indeed. So Menedehan now looking at the back of Wtcc. Again, is this going to be around the outside? Not this time. Wtcc's done enough on the brakes to hold off the Luffield Lunatics driver. A little bit of a tap on the exit of the corner, but that's not a problem. Menedehan might just have that on the inside of the next corner. It's very close. Nearly touched both of them. Having an argument with the grass there. Keeping it clean. Ivan now on the back of Schoof. This looks like a bit of a squeeze. Again, they'll both be compromised on entry. But 19, Ivan, down the inside. Schoof collected a little bit of grass on the exit there. That's going to slow him down. And that seems to be job done. Rodriguez now looking at the back of car 98. Kasumi. First we've seen of Kasumi. And this looks like a... Oh dear, they've touched. That is unfortunate. But thankfully, Rodriguez pushes Kasumi the right way around. And they both continue racing. As we're seeing Menedehan having another argument with the grass, just letting a few cars go through there. And oh dear, Jim Loriot has gone off, and unfortunately we've seen that same old bug in R Factor where some of the circuit seems to have an invisible pillar, and that causes Loriot to do a full front flip, and I'm sure if there were skateboard judges they would score that very highly. But he does continue, and further back we've got a bit of a battle shaping up here. We've got the Kamikaze team and the Cheetah Racing cars. Yeah, this is getting a bit close. This could be a four-way battle, in fact, as we see... Oh dear, one of the drivers from the Luffield Lunatics went off at the back there, but never mind. Danny01 now lining up an overtaking move on one of the Kamikaze team drivers. And this is going to be once again into that famed braking zone where they're going around the outside. These front-wheel drive cars just able to carry the speed into the corner that much better. And he's lost 2 places. Asahite has lost 2 places, almost, because the Cheetah Racing driver gets that very wrong and ends up losing all his speed on the exit and losing out to the Fuel and Labrada team car as well. So Wtcc's gone off again, unfortunately, gets it going again. Doesn't look like there's too much damage on that car, so that might have just been a spin. Fran Vinal now looking down the inside of another Kamikaze Racing team car. They're getting a lot of coverage today. Asahite this time is the driver under attack. This again, down into this braking zone. The front wheel drive cars have done it. Can Fran Vinal go around the outside? Yes, he can. That is job done. So it is not just the short wheelbase cars that can do it. And unfortunately, Ganoush has gone off into the gravel and an instant stop as again the R Factor 2 bug does bring the car to a stop. Fortunately, Ganoush can get that going again and he will continue racing. Robin Schoof now looking at the back of another Kamikaze driver. That is an amazing turn of speed. I am sure that will have been a mistake from Ivan coming out the last corner, which means he's got to defend for the life of him. Robin Schoof's got the position for now, but can Ivan do anything on the brakes here? Both of them going deep into the braking zone. Ivan looking one way, then the other. Schoof does make only one move, so that's no problem in the defence. But Ivan is going to have another look here on the outside of Schoof. Definitely wanted the inside. The inside is the faster line, but can Ivan find more speed around the outside, carry more speed down into this next braking zone? Yep, he's gone deeper, he's down the inside. If he can hold on to it, he'll have that position back, and he says, thank you very much, Robin, I'll take that now, thank you. So a little bit further back we're seeing one of the Sad Bombs GSR Racing team cars back there, as these two continue to battle on. Disappointment now, and Asahite just having an argument on the apex of the corner there. No harm, no foul. These two will continue racing on as they sail off into the distance, being pursued by a lovely light blue car behind. They will know that car is coming. They will want to get any arguments settled, as we're seeing Asahite just on the inside now of Disappointment, and they're coming down into the braking zone, which means Asahite is on the outside. If he can hold it, he'll have that, but he's over the grass, cut the corner. Unfortunately, he might have to give that place back, which he does straight away, and then he'll go back on the attack if he can fend off the Sad Bombs GSR. Nope, he's gone through the pits, and Disappointment has smoke billowing from the car there. Is that a blown engine? Does Disappointment just blow his engine? Danny01 now Looking at car 47 for an overtaking move. Is this going to be a quick one, as Loriot is on the defensive, very, very defensive into the chicane, and yep, that is job done. Danny01 says thank you very much and continues on. Now, look at the Fluent Labrada car. Car number 88 is Fran Vinal, now lining up Loriot, trying to do the same move, but Loriot's on the other side this time, so if Loriot can hold the brakes all the way through to the apex, no, not this time. Fenno now in the lead at the moment. I wish I had fancy graphics to tell you who was where, but that is the checkered flag waving, so that is Fenno, your race winner for the first race, and then we will hopefully have a grid order to give you the rest of the positions. But my, what an exciting race. As you are aware, this is the highlights, that's not the full race distance. So here we go, Carlos Fenno in first, Adrian Jimenez in second, and Josete HD in third. So Fluent Labrada definitely getting a move on sad bombs now. Danny01 in fourth, Fran Vinal in fifth, Rodriguez in sixth, and in seventh place we had Jean-Michel Loriot, Kosumi in 8th, Robin Schoof in 9th, Asiite in 10th with Cabeza Speed in 11th, Ivan in 12th, Zmankaski in 13th, Bob Ganache in 14th with Disappointment, Menodehan and Saladin unfortunately not finishing that race. And Disappointment is confirmed to have had an engine failure, which is a bit of a shame. But nonetheless, we have another race to come. And here we go. So starting order, Danny01 in first place. We have Jimenez in second place. Rossetti HD in third place. Fran Vinal in fourth place. In fifth place, we have Cabeza Speed. Carlos Fenno in sixth with Rodriguez alongside in seventh. We have Disappointment in eighth after that engine failure. We're very much looking forward to seeing where he finishes today. We have Loriot in 9th with Robin Schoof alongside in 10th. In 11th place we have Ivan. In 12th, Asiite, two teammates side by side again. We have Kosumi in 13th place. Zmankaski in 14th ahead of Saladin. And Ganush rounding up the field. So they're on their formation lap. And they will come around to line up on the grid, where we have the gantry lighting up each light, and when they go out, racing will be underway, and here they go. So this time, everybody gets away cleanly off the grid. Nobody doing somersaults at the moment. That could all change at the first corner though, as we're looking at the Fluent Labrada team really putting a charge on at the moment. All three cars ahead of everybody else for the moment, but not if the cheetah cars have anything to say about it. Both of them hustling, trying to find a way through. A lot of dirt kicked up there as people are having arguments with the grass just on the inside of the corner. And we're seeing a car go wide off. Oh, so lucky not to collect anybody else. Keeps it going, and a cheetah car does make contact and lose out. But I believe that was Loriot who had an unfortunate incident there. And yeah, he is racing, so that is good news. But the Kamikaze team definitely want to get through there. We're looking at Cabeza Speed now on the side of Rossetti HD. Again, we have seen them come along to this braking zone few too many times. We know that the plan is to go deeper on the brakes. Can Rossetti HD do anything to stop Cabeza Speed making his way through? He's late on the brakes, both are late, but Cabeza Speed just makes it through. And we're seeing two Sad Bombs cars, Rodriguez and Fenno, having a bit of a fight. Here we go then. Fenno has gotten through. So Rodriguez now looks at the back of Fenno to see what he can do going forward. Meanwhile, there is a cheetah car right on the back. We know those Hondas are good on the brakes, as we're seeing a lot of smoke kicked up by the drivers. Bit of grass kicked up there. That might send the HLZ car sideways. Did a little bit, lost a little bit of speed, but it's not too bad. He's only lost the one position for now, and he's got a chance to get that back, as he has done with a fantastic set of corners side by side through the S's. Kosumi not having none of it, however, he's back on the charge, trying to get that position back. So we're looking down the field. We see Fenno looking on the inside of one of the Fluent Labrada team cars. Not quite enough, as one of the cheetah racing car teams knocks out all the cones. And that unfortunately says to Lorio, you don't know where the edge of the circuit is, so you're going off. Unfortunately, we will see him continue on though. Carlos Fenno now looking at the back of a very sideways Wtcc HD. Definitely got a run on Wtcc down here, but he's on the outside. He'll get that done before the corner though, no problem at all. So now looking down, another Sad Bombs GSR racing car on the back of Cabeza Speed, and Cabeza Speed's gone off. And he's done a somersault in the middle of the grass because of the R-Factor bug. That is such a shame. Can he get that car going again? He has to wait for the entire field almost to come right back through. Disappointment now looking at the side of Kasumi. Again, coming down to this chicane. We know that Honda is really good on the brakes. Can the Luffield Lunatics driver do anything to fend off the Honda? Let's have a look now as they're both on the brakes side by side. The Luffield Lunatics holds it alongside, but loses out on the right-hander unfortunately. But then he does get a good exit, so he might be able to hold some speed here. If he can build a bit of a charge, he might have a run down the start-finish straight, looking into turn 1 for his next opportunity. Can he get down the inside? Thinks about it, does think about it, but doesn't quite go for it. So Rodriguez now looking at Wtcc HD for another overtake. This time Rodriguez fancying the inside for the first apex, and gets that done nice and easily on the brakes there. Does have a little bit of a slide as he's in a bit too hot, but nice and controlled as Daniel 1 cuts a corner and sees one of the Wtcc HD cars. Yep, that is Wtcc HD going a little bit wide, nearly collecting the barrier, but that does allow Daniel 1 through. And Daniel 1 says, thank you very much, now I can go chase the rest of them. And we're seeing a Team Honda car there chasing as well. Carlos Fenno having another battle with a Fernando car. Down they come. We've seen this move so many times, but Carlos Fenno seems to favour that inside line. He's very good on the brakes there, and he makes that move look easy. We're seeing Wtcc HD come through the pit lane, as well as car 97. That's Andre 637, and they will be serving a penalty for track limits infringements. Wtcc HD now looking to defend. Oh, sorry, it's Fran Vinal. Fran Vinal now defending. So Carlos Fenno has made up a lot of ground to get onto the back of Vinal so quickly, and he did enough to defend at the chicane, but now Fenno's got the inside around the final corner of the track, and that'll give him the inside for turn 1 as well. And Fenno says thank you very much, I'll have that, and I'm going for first, I'll see you later. So Vinal now looking down the inside, but I don't think he's got quite enough speed to get that job done. Danny 01 now looking at the back of Rodriguez. We know that Danny 01's got on the brakes here. He's on the inside this time though, which is a bit different to normal, but he does get that job done nice and simply. Danny 01 showing how supreme he is on the brakes there, making Rodriguez look like a bit of a chicane. Jimenez now currently leading. Is this the final lap? Is this going to be a win for Jimenez? Yep, there is the checkered flag, so that's Jimenez, your race winner. And there is the Sad Bombs GSR racing car. I believe that might have been Fenno. That will be confirmed very shortly for you all. But my, what another exciting race. A lot of action there, all bunched up, really close together. I do wish I had some time to catch a breath between each one. But here you are then, your classification. We have Adrian Jimenez winning this time around from Carlos Fenno. The team battle really on now between Fuenlabrada Labrada and Sad Bombs GSR, as well as the Drivers' Championship, because don't forget, Adrian Jimenez closed up an awful lot last time around. So last time around, in terms of the championship, I believe Fenno had lost the lead. So the Drivers' Championship is going to be something that's very hotly contested as we head to Macau at the next race. Jimenez and Fenno, of course, separated by less than 20 points. I believe it's like 15 points. So anyway, so that battle is something to watch at the next race. Fran Vinal up in third place, and Danny 01 in fourth. A very good finish for the Cheetah Racing driver. We've been waiting to see him on the podium, and hopefully we do. Rodriguez is in fifth place, with Robin Schoof in sixth. A very respectable placing for the Team Honda driver. We have Ivan in seventh place, with Wtcc HD a little bit further back in eighth place. He would have liked to have been a little higher up. Asiute in ninth place, with Cabeza Speed just behind for Cheetah Racing. Zmunkaski gets his finish in 11th place, just missing out on the top 10. And Baba Gunoshi for the first time around in 12th place. Kasumi unfortunately did not finish, and neither did Saladin Disappointment or Michael Lorio. Unfortunately, we will hopefully see those drivers finish a race soon. But that is one amazing weekend of racing at Road Atlanta. We hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget that on Saturday, we're up to the 17th of July already. How time flies. 17th of July, 11 a.m. You can catch the Macau racing live on Liga Virtual F1 Twitch. We'll see you there.